on eHarmony and Match.com because you're kind of a loser and needed two things. And I was on eHarmony and you came up as my match, and you should not have. This marriage, honestly, us meeting should never really have been, because you lied on your eHarmony profile.
Yep.
You did. You put you were from Bismarck, a music teacher from Bismarck, which is dumb because my mom's a music teacher and she knows all the music teachers. And she's like, Philip Voller. Like, no, that guy's not from Bismarck. He teaches in Beulah. I'm pretty sure of it. You had the worst profile pictures I have ever seen.
But everybody loved it.
No. Was that why you didn't have a girlfriend or were married yet? Or what? Because they were awful, Phil. Do you remember I surprised you for your birthday and told you that I booked a fly fishing excursion in Grand Tetons? And we packed up our stuff and we took your little red Subaru. We came through like Cody, Wyoming, and we stayed at that little hotel that had the toilet that flushed on the top. You remember that? I loved that.
We made it down to the Tetons. I'll never forget, we came around the corner and there are these big, beautiful Teton mountains. And I just was like, wow, Megan, look at that.
Like we couldn't pull off at enough outlooks. We did our fly fishing excursion, which I love because that guy asked if we were married. And I said, no, and he's like, engaged? I said, no. And he goes, well, I bet by the next time you come back, you'll be married. And here we are.
I still remember the first time I saw you. We met at Dairy Queen. And I walked in the door and I looked around. I was like, I wonder where she's at. And then here you were sitting, you were like right behind me because you sat right next to the door.
I did, right behind the wall.
And you were like sitting there just like crouched down, your head down. Like I could tell you were really, really nervous.
I was nervous.
Like you were scared out of your mind. And I remember seeing you and you were pretty. It was something I'll never forget. There was something about you that I just really loved right away, before I even talked to you.
You looked past all my flaws and you found all the things that I should love about myself. I think there's a song that says, I wish I could see what you see, because you treat and look at me like I am the most perfect, beautiful thing in the whole world. And that honestly is what keeps me going, and it gives me confidence, and I just love it.
The past 10 years have went so quick because it's been so great. And I tell you this all the time, that you're beautiful. It's because I mean it. You support me, and I love that you give me freedom to still be me and do the things that I love. Encourage me to be me and be the best person that I can be. And that's what I love about you. Like, that's why I'm a better person, because I'm around you.
Ooh, I got butterflies. Are you gonna do it right this time?
I hope so.
You hope so.
Oh my gosh.
Don't cry.
You're beautiful.
Don't cry. You're gonna make me cry. Happy anniversary.
You too. I can't believe we're already here at our 10-year anniversary. It seems like it was just yesterday that we were boyfriend and girlfriend on vacation through these very same mountains. A trip I'll never forget, because that's when I knew I wanted to be with you for the rest of my life. After all, if we can survive my car breaking down in Crowheart, Wyoming, we can survive anything.
I remember the night before our wedding, at almost midnight, I realized I forgot to pack panties for our wedding day. I remember getting halfway down the steps of the Radisson and having that existential dread of, oh my God, this is the man I have to spend the rest of my life with. My heart was pounding and my stomach was in knots and I was sweaty. Every time I see the Radisson, I think of that moment, and each time I think to myself, if I could go back to that moment, I would wrap my arms around 24-year-old Megan and say, every wish you ever made on a falling star, and every penny you threw into a fountain, and every prayer you silently spoke to God was a stepping stone leading you to the other half of your heart.
Ever since I met you, I've always felt like the luckiest man alive. And that statement couldn't be any more true as I look at the past 10 years of our marriage. Together we've traveled, went to concerts, went hunting and fishing and caught a whole lot of nothing, bought our first home and got a couple of dogs and of course a cat. But one of the most special things you've done for me is you've given me 2 beautiful kids. Watching you love Tristan and Amani is even more perfect and beautiful than I could have ever imagined.
Author Alex Michaelides described love. We often mistake love for fireworks and for drama, for dysfunction. But real love is very quiet and very still. It's boring if seen from the perspective of high drama. Love is deep, calm, and constant. I know I don't tell you often enough that I love you, and I don't express my love as outwardly as you do. But I want you to know that there are more moments than you realize where my heart skips a beat and I get butterflies. I know I joke that if anything were to happen, that I would never get married again because putting up with you for the last 10 years has been a nightmare. But honestly, it's because God knows my heart has always belonged to you, only you, and it always will.
One day, our kids will be all grown up. We'll be old, our knees will be weak, and I'll still be the luckiest because I'll still have you, and that's all that matters. Even in the final chapter of our life, I'll still hold your hand. You'll still be the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I vow to continue to commit my life to you and love you as God loves us. I promise to continue to support you, care for you through sickness and in health, and hold your hand as we walk together with God through any tough days we may face. I love you with all my heart, and you truly make me the luckiest. I love you. '10-year anniversary, baby. You ready? Oh, come on. You got everything?
Maybe.
I got you. That's all that matters.